What are some of the biggest mistakes that you see people that wanna get into creative finance, are doing? What are some of the biggest mistakes they're making?
Well, first, they're penny wise and pound foolish when it comes to legal advice and forms. So they go to Joe the Guru, who probably doesn't know that much about real estate, but he's a good marketer. Pay him $10,000, and they say, "Well, you should go to a lawyer in your state." And they come to me and say, "Well, I need some forms." And I said, "Well, I don't sell my forms. If you want to hire me for a transaction, this is the fee." And they go, "Well, I just want the forms." I'm like, "No, I don't do that." It's like giving the keys over to a car without a driver's license. You got to know how to fill out the form. I don't give them out to brokers either. So I think the mistake is, you're dealing with 3, 4, 5, depending on where you are, $600,000 assets, and saying, "Well, I don't want to pay a few grand to an attorney, but I'm willing to pay a broker fee of 15 grand, but I'm not willing to pay an attorney a few grand to look this over or draft the contract or advise me on the pitfalls."
Yeah, forms, are obviously a big problem, and what I think becomes part of that is we kind of sink to our lowest common denominator as humans as well as investors, and any way to save money is oftentimes what somebody will do. So what is easy and cheap to do, and that's get a free form on the
Right.
internet and just
Sure.
cross your fingers and hope it's
Sure.
gonna cover you.
Sure. And some of those websites that say they're state specific, so they insert "this is governed by the laws of," and they plug in that state. That's all. They're not really state specific, and every state has their own little intricacies involved, especially when you're dealing with people who are behind in mortgage payments. You got foreclosure protection acts. In my state, they amended it to say it applies to is if you're one payment in default, no notice of default filed, no
Mhm.
list pendants filed. You have to comply with the foreclosure protection rules, which is rights of rescission, specific disclosures, certain font point size, and all kinds of documents and disclosures. And most people just don't know that. They never heard of that.